Okay, Coaster Zeke's videos here. Haven't done a video in a little while. We're adding fireworks to the magazine today. And now obviously when we work with fireworks we don't drink any alcoholic beverages, but today we're just loading stuff into there, and it's so hot today that I did think that, well, one of these Bud Light oranges would be fine. Just one. But anyway, have one of these with Zeke, I guess. But anyway, we're going to show you some of what we're adding here. Let me set down my goddamn beer so I can, okay, we had 4 500-gram cakes donated. Now, I never heard of this brand name before. It's called No Name. So we got something called Eruption. Maybe somebody knows something about No Name. I've never heard of it before. There's another one called Coliseum. So there's that. And then there's this one called Neon Road. Again, no name. And then one called Rave. And again, no name fireworks. Never heard of them before. But anyway. Generously donated by a Mr. Dr. Max in Mambo. You know, I've never heard of no name fireworks. But I do know of these people. And if you have a Looney Tune enthusiast and a clown going to shop for fireworks, you might just end up with no goddamn name on the goddamn fireworks. Anyway, now I'll get to the 1.3 stuff. Now this is going to be a situation. It's going to be a loud, the people might need earmuffs for this. But we got 2 of these motherfuckers. It's a super crackle with tail. That's what they call crackle nowadays. To get it through customs, crackle means titanium salute. So there's 2 of these, one here, one there, 60 of them. Gonna go up tomorrow night, so that's the finale. That's gonna be, oh boy. And then on top of that, we got this thing. This is just all salutes right here. It's like 30, 40 salutes, however many it is. Like I say, probably gonna be fixing fence the next day. And then we got these. W-shaped red, white, and blue tail at a salute. Imagine that, some more salute. It's going to be loud, kids, children. And then, these are an old favorite. 100-shot Thunder King. 100-shot Thunder King. So I think we covered what we picked up there. Like I say. Okay. Now, when I'm not fucking around out here on the property, out here in the complex, I'm usually working where I generally work. Okay. My former shift manager asked me a question the other night, and it's a pretty good question. Now, so I was working back in the finishing department. It's called slitter utility, finishing utility, whatever it may be. So cutting cords basically is what we're talking about. So, and emptying dumpsters, that's the other thing that the core cutter does. Well, so they call them broke box, but just think of dumpster. It just makes more sense that way. Think of a dumpster. Okay, so I take this up and I empty it out as you would, and then pretty soon the slitter is like piling her stock, you know, she's slabbing off on the ground there on the floor, and like they're like, what the fuck? It's like, where'd the damn broke box go? And I'm like, oh shit, left some bitch up there. Now, how could you get that distracted? Well, it didn't have to do with work. It had to do with what happened the day before. Now, let's explain the situation. let me explain something else. And I'll come back to this. This is what we call breaker run. Large rock that might be on your driveway. Keep it from washing. I'll get back to breaker run. Okay, so I had a bad case of acid reflux. I've had that before. So I went to the doctor like last week. So, you know, and he said, well, you know, we're going to put you on this, whatever the fuck it is, Prevacid or whatever it is. Something, you know, acid, you know, tame down the acid, you know, thing. You know, and it's prescription strength. And he said, well, you should really stop drinking all of that pop and all that stuff because it's creating that. So, I figured if a lot of soda was bad, then a lot of milk was good. Because the neighborhood bar was giving away free milk because it's been donated because of this whole coronavirus thing, because there's no county fairs or anything like that. So it was all well and good. So I didn't realize that apparently I'm lactose intolerant. Now sometimes that causes the shits, but it can also cause other things. The opposite. So what I had is, and I realized this at the bar, at the local home again the other night. You know, I went in because I was like, fuck, I think I got to take a shit. And I went in and I sat down and I'm like, Houston, we have a problem. Because I knew right away we were dealing with breaker run. Sitiation. And that went on all night. And the bad thing is all the other shit that was piling up behind it was trying to push. So, you know, it was a very uncomfortable night. And there was no fucking way that that was going to pass. It was not going to happen. So, long story short, our local Channel 3, whatever, out of Madison, they always ask people to send their pictures in. What does their morning look like? Well, this is what my morning looked like Friday morning. This past Friday morning. Imagine a picture of this. Now, there is very little dignity left after this. So you had two female nurses and one male nurse practitioner all dressed up in their hazmat suits, trying to help this poor motherfucker take shit. You know, and it wasn't working. So what did they do? They gave me an enema. I didn't think that was going to work. But then it started working. I was like, I think it's starting to work. And they vacated the room right away. They're like, okay, situation. You know, and they gave me a little porta potty to sit on, so I finally did. And when it started coming, there was no stopping it, kids. It was like, oh my God. I have a better appreciation for what women go through in labor after that. Fuck, I should have been handing out cigars after that son of a bitch. That was the goddamn son of a bitch. I used to give my dad shit about stuff like that, but goddamn it, you know, I start getting old and fuck, you know, that's what happened. So, that's explaining to you how you could get so distracted that you would fucking take the broke box, empty fucker out, fail to bring it back. So that answers that question. Coach Zeke signing off. Hope you learned something. I highly doubt you did.